Hi everyone, it's Jessica here, one of the respiratory physicians, and as usual, I have Hunter in the background barking away. It's going to be a common feature to many of these demonstration videos. So today I'm going to try and give you a demonstration of what you should do on the first day of March, of our go live in March. So when you get to work on Wednesday, March the 1st. So you'll pull up Cerner as you normally do. And for the starters, let's click on a patient. Hopefully this will take you to the default medical CPV. Now, you're going to need to try and get through your ward round as a first port of care. So if you haven't already, when you navigate through the medical CPV and the ward care page, if you haven't moved your text components over to the contextualized view, then scroll down to the bottom until you get to the first one marked by an asterisk. And then simply just use this contextual view button and move through them and move them to the side. That will assist with you being able to document and see information at the same time. So if you're on your ward round, what you will do is you'll open up the patient, and what you will see is the reason for presentation that's been entered from the admission. You don't need to change that if you don't want to. When you see the patient, you can add in any progress to date, which is any subjective reports from the patient. Make sure you press save. If the patient's examined, enter any relevant investigations in here, clear, etc. When you're on your ward round and you want to see the observations, then you would click on your observations. If there's the patients there, there'll be observations in this part here. If not, you can click on this hyperlink, which will take you to the usual deteriorating patient and observations view. If you want to review any of the pathology results, they will show up under these categories, and you can scroll down to see any more results and recent ones from the patient. If the fluid balance is relevant, that will populate here as well as in a graph. If you want to look at their medications, you can see their home medications here, but also any other medications. Certainly, if you want to quickly look at the MAR summary, then go to the forms and links and MAR, or alternatively, if you've got your blue menu bar open, go to your MAR summary there. This will take you to the patient's MAR summary. If you want to get back to your CPV quick and easily, go to your home button up the top. You pull up your problems list. This will be the current issues that the patient is experiencing that you're addressing during the admission. And you can certainly put any text into the bottom here. And if there's a particular problem that you don't want to make note of on the ward round, then just delete it from here if it's not relevant. Then you would just put in your treatment plan. As well. Certain things to note on the ward round that you might want to do. There's the discharge planning power form. So if you're discussing any particular discharge issues on the ward round, just launch this and update it. So if the patient's still going home, that's fine. And what the barriers to discharge might be, and it might be that they're still medically unstable, but there's no longer accommodation issues, and just simply save that. Then once you've documented what you need on the ward round, then you can simply just go down to one of the note templates. You can either click on the medical ward round note if you've done the first round of the day, and that will generate this template. It will have your unit name already populated. You just need to put your author in there, but if you've generated an auto text, that will make that a lot easier, and you can do that via this auto text function here. Select the highest person on the ward round, and then you can list in your attendees, and you can also use auto text if you have the same people on the ward round each day. Then you would just review the details. The most recent OBS will pull through, and this template will just be slightly updated to make it simpler. Your physical examination, if there was any particular investigations you wanted to tag, then they would be here. Otherwise, you can just delete these sections from your note. You don't have to if you don't want to. Then it will have your diagnosis in here, and then if that has not pulled through, you will refresh. Clearly that component is misbehaving today. And then you would just check your treatment plan and then basically sign it off. And that is your ward round note done. You just need to put your unit prefix at the start. CDIP won't be there in the live environment because I'm in the project environment, which is the practice center, and then sign it off, and that is your ward round completed. You can see your ward round note if you are coming back to see that patient later that day or on another occasion by going to the documents filter. If you just want to look at ward round notes, then and just want to see the progress notes for medical, click this button, and this will filter all the medical ward round notes. You can then enable continuous scrolling, which enables you to just scroll down all those previous ward round notes in succession if you need to. So for example, if you're seeing this patient, you've done your round, and now on this patient, perhaps your consultant's coming around to discuss particular aspects. You don't need to change anything on these ones. If there's any other updates, you can add this. Update that with the consultant ward round. If there's another examination, you would enter that in, and then you might update something particularly that's been discussed here. For example, probably not the best example, but there we go. And then you could say whatever else was discussed with consultant and the details. Particularly if the consultant has made any discharge recommendations, like place this here at the time, as that will help with your discharge summary completions. And then also make note, particularly if there's goals of care to be discussed with the patient, then you can update these via this power form. Then at the end of that consultant board round, you just click the medical consultant review note. This will generate this template that has, again, your name, unit name up here. You put your author details in here. You can put whoever your reviewing consultant is, and then the names of the attendees. It will have any relevant information in the patient review. Simply delete things if you like. And then also, again, this is the production environments, project environment, so that's not quite working. It will have your medical treatment plan and also your goals of care and discharge planning there. Sign and submit. And that will be your consultant board round documentation completed. So if you then search on these ones and order them, then you can see here that you've got the medical ward round, and the consultant review note listed here.